They could be looking for alien extraplanetary life, because they look at the stars. You look up at the stars and you see the Milky Way, and you're like, that we can't be alone. People start
Right.
thinking in those sort of frameworks. You're like, where is everyone? The Fermi paradox, all that sort of stuff that comes with that. When you start asking those sort of questions, the truth is the universe is waiting just outside this perimeter that we have set up, waiting to disclose itself, whether it be the material magnificence of it, or the administrative magnificence of it, or the faith magnificence of it, or the true nature of God, the real meaning of the universe. Is all those things are waiting just behind like a perimeter, that if you start asking questions, it's there. And I think that there's more coming along, and I think we should talk on it, about what we're seeing in our skies that
Yeah.
is more traditionally seen as extraplanetary or curious, inexplicable things that we're seeing that's happened. There is a gradient building up about it. That and I want to qualify this before we talk about it. Is basically the same as what we've been talking about. Just what we've been talking about is somewhat historic. But these beings, a lot of these beings that for instance, Christopher Bledsoe is seeing, and he says they're angels. I completely agree with him. Those beings that haven't come along for Chris Bledsoe, he happens to be the perfect agent, I think, to help people find that. He's a wonderful, humble guy, right, who gives love to the universe, and he gets that reciprocity back. Though those beings have been here for a long time, and there's historical understanding of that type of being. So I'd love to talk about the comparison between, the two sides of what we consider to be extraplanetary. And we can do that if you like.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to kind of qualify that, there's, we talked about a lot of the major extraplanetary events and beings that have been here for epochal revelations, but throughout history, like you said, who have been here for a very long time, going all the way back to the very first days of the, well, even if we go all the way back to that very first scouting party, there
Yeah,
were seraphim involved in that.
yeah,
Melchizedek's involved in that. And so they've been here for a very, very long time, these other
mm-hmm.
beings, angels, as we call them, or high celestial beings that have been around and invisible to us, helping us all along the way. And I think, I think that portrays a lot throughout history.